Hi, I'm Dean with Old English Outfitters, and today we're going to be talking about the Tactical Solutions Aeris and Axiom suppressors. Now, full disclosure, Tactical Solutions did send us these two suppressors to test, so thank you to them, but full disclosure, we did get these for free. Even so, we did put them through their paces. Both of these suppressors do come outfitted. They come with a little nylon carrying pouch. If you'd like to stow it, you can put that onto the outside of a bag or something, and then you have a Velcro pouch that you can store the suppressor in. And they both come with a takedown tool that is specifically machined to fit into the slots on either end cap, and they will fit the same tool. So they do come with that for full disassembly and all that. You don't have to buy another tool separate or try to use a wrench or anything like that. It comes with the appropriate tool. Here we have essentially a long and short configuration of the same suppressor. They are the same diameter body, 1-inch tube, and they just have different numbers of baffles in the tube. The Aeris is only 3 inches long. It's a 3-baffle design and comes in at a weight of 3 ounces. And the Axiom is a little bit longer. It is 5.9 inches, 6 ounces, and has an 8-baffle design. And that does result in a little bit different pressure rating for different calibers. So the Aeris is rated for everything up to 17 HMR, not to include 22 Hornet or 5.7x28. Axiom is rated for up to 5.7x28 and everything below. So very comparable to pretty much every big name rimfire suppressor on the market. I want to give a brief summary of our suppressor testing because we did develop a method for doing this. We are not going to get into the nitty-gritty of decibel rating because there are so many very good channels that already do that. The first one that comes to mind is Pew Science. We could spend tens of thousands of dollars and still get nowhere near the quality of his suppressor reviews on decibel specifics. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go more off of a tone and a representation at the shooter's ear. So when we do suppressor videos, we are going to get several different shots in comparison with unsuppressed and suppressed, same ammo, same gun, at different positions, at the shooter's ear, at the muzzle, and at several paces away in different increments so that given the two audio clips, you guys get an idea of the tone of the suppressor. That's how we plan to do these going forward. Shooting both of these, we did put them on a variety of guns. The main three were a Tactical Solutions Owyhee in long rifle, a Tactical Solutions Owyhee in .22 Magnum, and a Ruger Mark IV. Putting these on the different guns, you get a pretty good representation as you would with anything. A K configuration and a full-length configuration. The Aeris really was excellent on the Owyhee in .22 long rifle. For a 16-inch bolt action with subsonics, as short as this is, you'd think it would still have a little bit of pop to it, but it did not. 100% hearing safe and had a very good tone. Very equal, I would say, to the Rugged Oculus in its K configuration. We tested that pretty heavily on the Owyhee as well, and I would say the tone is comparable. As far as the full length, of course, on the .22 long rifle, dead quiet. Quieter than a staple gun, movie quiet. That's the whole reason people love rimfire cans, is because you get a truly silent platform, which is what everyone really wants with a suppressor. Magnum, of course, is a little bit different story. Subsonic .22 Magnum does not really exist. I think Winchester made a little bit a while ago, but essentially you're just getting .22 long rifle then, so what's the point? All of the stuff that we shot was Hornady VMAX because that's what the Owyhee is zeroed for. And while it was still loud, you still get the supersonic crack from the bullet. It was 100% hearing safe with the Axiom at the shooter's ear. And even our cameraman Tristan said it was really not too bad either unless you were very close to the muzzle. Few paces off, hearing safe for the shooter's buddy as well. It really did make it sound as if all of the sound and the loudness was downrange at the target. That's the best way I can describe it. Very quiet for the shooter, but you could hear something loud way down what you were shooting at. which is rather nice for a Magnum caliber like 22, which is historically very loud, very high pressure. Of course, it was not hearing safe with the Aeris. I wouldn't expect it to be. It did take the edge off. I did, as a sacrifice for you guys, I did shoot it without ears on a few times, and it was bearable. I would compare it to kind of like an AR with a really high volume, full length can. Not hearing safe whatsoever, but it didn't leave my ears ringing. It was bearable. So if you had to shoot a couple shots like that, definitely usable with the short. But the short was, again, completely hearing safe with long rifle, either out of the rifle or the pistol. A little bit louder out of the pistol, mostly because of the sound of the bolts. Still had a good tone of the shot, but you have different sounds coming out of that gun. Different than a locking action that eliminates any mechanical sound of the gun itself. Still, 100% hearing safe with both the Axiom and the Aeris. Just a little bit louder with the Aeris, but not at all painful or anything like that. The actual construction of the suppressors, because Tactical Solutions did kind of redesign how they assemble their 22 long rifle suppressors to make them user serviceable. The baffles in this are titanium in both, including the body. The body is also titanium. And then the redesign that we just mentioned is a stainless steel, what they call a split sleeve, which is a patent pending design. Now, while we cannot show you the disassembly and reassembly of these suppressors because the YouTube overlords will kind of cut us down on that one, we can describe them to you and show some pictures of them disassembled. Most rimfire suppressors are going to attempt what they call sealed baffles. So that's going to be very tight-fitting, keyed baffles that fit together. You can take them all out in one piece and you have to really try to pry them apart. And that is to contain all of the excessive leading and carbon buildup that a rimfire has into the baffles and not let it get in between the baffle stack and the body of the suppressor. Because that's what's going to lock your suppressor up and make it impossible to disassemble, is if you just shoot it and shoot it and shoot it, and all that carbon builds up around the baffles, in between the baffles and the sleeve. So most suppressors are going to at least attempt a keyed baffle design that is sealed. Not all of them achieve that. I've had several rimfire suppressors that we have shot or tested. I won't name too many names, but they're not actually sealed. They fit really tight, but carbon still seeps out of there, and you end up, if you put a lot of rounds through that thing, locking it up, and you have to drift it out with a small hammer and maybe like a wooden dowel so you don't damage anything. Tactical Solutions went about that a little differently. So you do have keyed baffles with gas ports, so you have a way to transfer the gas baffle to baffle, which is going to spread that out from the gas baffle evenly all the way down the suppressor. Those baffles fit inside the split sleeve. And what that does is, it is one single piece, so it does contain pretty much all of that carbon inside of there, and then along the split you may get a little bit of buildup, but it is in a linear track, which is not going to prevent you from pressing the baffles at the end. Also, it gives you a little bit of play in the tolerance inside. So, not that it's going to rattle or anything like that. It is still a very tight-fitting can because when you snug the end cap down, it all compresses. That gives you, when you disassemble a can, you have a little bit of an expansion, and it's very easy to drift the whole thing out of the end, even if it's very dirty. So, a very good idea. A redesign. They kind of took the outside of a baffle stack and split it away from a sealed baffle stack. You have your baffles, and then you have a sealing sleeve. And it did seem to work very well. We put a lot of rounds through these cans, all rimfire, and we never really had any trouble disassembling them. Even if they're dirty, I mean, they're dirty as heck right now. And all you have to do is take both threaded pieces out and push it right at the end. No trouble at all. So, it appears to be not only a good idea, but a functional design. Really like both of these suppressors. Again, thank you to Tactical Solutions for sending them out. But I think the main point is they actually have good tone. You can have a suppressor that is very well designed and works well and looks good on whatever gun you want, but if it does not sound good when you shoot it, what's the point? Tactical Solutions has a very simple, plain-looking design, but they're functional. And they're not too expensive. The Aeris here comes in much less expensive than a lot of other 22 cans on the market. So if you have a bolt action rimfire and you want a very lightweight can that's going to make it hearing safe, is a great option. The, of course, Axiom, if you're looking for that rimfire can that can handle anything up to 5.7, that's another great option. Very lightweight due to the titanium, and it's going to work on pretty much anything you've got. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. In addition, we do have an Instagram, @OEOutfitters. Go over there, check it out. If you like what you see, please give us a follow. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.